Hi friends, welcome back to our tutorials. We are continuing with our Angular 9 full tutorial series. In today's episode, we are going to learn about custom pipes. What are custom pipes? How do we generate them? How do we create them? How do we use them? What are the different use cases that we can use around them? Why do we need custom pipes at first place? All about that in this tutorial. Welcome back. My name is Sridhar. I have over 10 years of experience as a full stack developer. I bring knowledge on modern tech stack as well as backend technologies. I'm here to share my knowledge with you all and also to learn from you all. During the course of this tutorial series, if you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will be happy to help you for free. I'm putting in a lot of hard work in compiling these tutorials, so please support me by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you in advance. So far in the Angular 9 full tutorial series, we have seen around 25 tutorials, starting from the basic Angular introduction, how to upgrade to CLI, to modules, decorators, components, directives, data binding. We have seen pipes from last few episodes. We have learned about built-in pipes, parameterizing pipes. We have seen how to chain pipes, and today's episode is dedicated to custom pipes. So just a quick recap, what are pipes? Pipes are used to transform the data. Pipes will take data input and we can convert it into a desired format, right? So that's what pipes are used for. We have seen there are different types of pipes and operations. There are built-in pipes, there are parameterized pipes, we can chain pipes. Today we are going to learn about custom pipes. So what are custom pipes? Custom pipes, we can generate custom pipes in our Angular application. Custom pipes will give us flexibility and power to our Angular application that we can write custom logic to transform the data the way we want in our application, right? So we can generate the custom pipe using CLI tool. The command we will run is ng generate pipe followed by the name of the pipe that you want to mention. Whenever if you are creating the pipe by yourself, make sure that you need to add that into the module where you are actually going to use it, right? Thankfully, when you generate it using CLI, it will automatically update the app.module. Now we need to import pipe and pipe transform modules from the core library, that is Angular/core. And then you will see that the pipes are declared with a decorator called @pipe. We also provide a selector name through which we will use the pipe in our Angular application. So these are the steps you can say or little theory behind what custom pipes are and how they are going to use it. So let's get started with some hands-on example to learn how to use it. So this is my app component. First, what we'll do is we'll generate a quick pipe and let's call it bold pipe, or even better, let's call it highlight pipe, right? So you can just give the name here that you want. In my case, I'm just giving a name called ng generate pipe highlight. So this will generate the pipe for us. You can see here it has generated the pipe. The first two things is create, which is the pipe. The next line says update happened to this particular file, which is our module.ts file. That's what we learned here, that first we will generate using ng generate pipe highlight, and after that we need to import it into the module. So that is what Angular CLI has already done, which is updating it into the app.module.ts file. Now let's go ahead and look into what is there in the pipe. So click on highlight or the name of the pipe that you have given. Here you'll see import pipe and pipe transform from Angular core. So these are the two required interfaces that we have to import from the core library, pipe and pipe transform. After that, we are mentioning the decorator pipe and we are mentioning the selector name as highlight. So using the name of that, using this name, we will refer our pipe all in the application. Then we are writing implements pipe transform, and we have to implement the transform method. So it takes two values, value and arguments, right? So here this is what is used to pass the parameters. Like in date, in currency, we have seen that it takes multiple parameters. So we can pass the parameters into this particular transform method. Let's do that. We'll see that how to do that now. And here we'll pass the return type of it. Now let's see that in action. For that, first, let's create a simple object. Let's call it here first name and say Jane Doe, right? And then we are also going to call city, say New York, right? So this is what we have given, a simple object. It has a first name and city name. Now similarly, uh, here we can give city code NY. Okay, so this is a single user object. Let's use this to print it in our app component first. And I'm going to go here, say example of custom pipe. Okay, so here we'll write a div and we will do data binding, right? So first is we'll use user dot city. Okay, so this should print us the name of the city, right? Let's see that in our application. So it's showing New York, right? So now let's write a simple pipe now first, right? So here we are going to make this string, and here we are saying that we will pass the argument as string, which is city, and the return type is also string, right? Nothing fancy, just a simple. Um, so here you can say city name plus city, right? So this will return you the new string, which will have city name is colon this thing. So we have to use this. So copy this name of the pipe that you have used, go to your component, define the pipe operator, call the pipe, and then pass the value. Okay, so now go back and it says city name is New York, right? However, we are just passing city name, but it is giving us updated highlight, or rather transformed data, which is city name colon city, right? This is one example where you have a string, you take that string, you manipulate, you can also add, I can say, so you see, I am not going to add, so you can add conditions like if city code is equal to ny, um, return apple city, the big apple, the big apple, right? So basically what I'm trying to show here is that you can do manipulations like if else conditions with based on the input data that you have got from the pipe, right? And then you can return this else, right? So and you can return else, you can return garden city. So just an example of it. So you see it's Garden City. You can, if it's NY, do this. If it's not, do this. So we can basically use this transform method to change anything with respect to strings, right? Now I'm going to take a little complex example and going to turn it into even, let's change it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm saying this can return anything. Now what I want is let's display that first here, and let's bind it right to a div. I'm going to do a inner HTML equal to. So now I'm using binding, right? Not interpolation. Remember. So here I've closed it, right? So let's remove this because it doesn't do anything now. We will again put it back. Let's first see this in. So it shows New York, right? Inside the div inner HTML. Now let's go to pipe and now we will transform it. So what I want to show is, I want to show this as a highlighted, right? I want to return bold. So I will say bold plus city. So now the value will be bold, or even better, I'll say div style equal to background hyphen color fffcc, right? So I'm giving a background color to this and I'll close the div, right? So this is a simple div which has a background color, the city name. But if you see it now, it doesn't apply. Let's go take this pipe and apply it on a component, and we will say highlight, pass the parameter which is user dot city. Okay. Okay, so it still doesn't highlight it, right? So let's go ahead now fix that. In the pipe, we are taking the city and returning div style background color equal to this and city. The reason it won't is because but if you see the code, so if you see the code, it is div, right? Because it's ignoring the style or the divs. So for that, we will do DOM sanitizer. So we need something called DOM sanitizer, and from we will import it from the platform browser, and we will say DOM sanitizer, right? And we'll create a constructor private. Okay, and we are just going to call this sanitizer, and here I'm going to say this dot sanitizer dot bypass trust security HTML, and just pass this HTML, right? So using the sanitizer, DOM sanitizer, I'm saying bypass security and trust the HTML and go ahead and inject it. So now you see there's a background color yellow, right? So this is how, but this, now let's see if I want to use it again for some loop, right? So let's create a loop now for that. So I'm going to extend this and create an array of it, right? So how beautifully this works, see. So this is the beauty of it, that when you apply, you can keep using it for any elements you want. And that's what makes it so powerful, that whenever you have Jane Doe, right? I'm going to print some more names, right? So here you have the user city, and we can do a kind of a loop. So here I'm going to say ul and li, and here I'm going to say ng4 equal to let user of users, and here I'm going to put it like this, right? So this will loop all the users now, and let's change some user. I'll say Jane, I'll call it Johnson, I'll call it Mark. So I have some values, and I'm going to pass some values here. Okay, and here let's make an object, right? So we have an array of users which we are looping and printing them here using the ng4. So now you see it is highlighting all the three. So now I want to put a condition that highlight only if it is New York, right? So if city code, I'm going to make this city code. If city code is equal to ny, or city code equal to nj, return background color. right? Else, else give them a green color, right? And here just giving a light green color. Okay, so now we'll make this city code, right? So, or I can pass two parameters, right? We can pass that. So let's see this first. So now you see this is all green because it says it didn't match the criteria. Now let's see. Here we are passing city name. That's why. So here I'm passing city code. Now we'll see two are yellow, one is green, right? So this is how we can use filter custom pipe to do multiple operations. So we can see here that we don't have to do much effort. Um, so we can define the filter criteria in a way we want it. We can change the string, we can change the background, we can basically convert the output into any desired format that we want. And that is the beauty of highlight, right? So some of the use case examples, if I have to give you, so think of it like this. I'll give you some use cases where you can try yourself hands-on, try your hands-on on these examples of custom pipes, right? So you can try, so try something like first formatting a phone number or highlighting the search result keyword, or highlighting tax returned or percentage. So you can basically, these are some of the real-time use cases where you will use a custom pipe, or I have used in past. So I can tell you definitely this is something that you can use to format it. So try out these examples. Let me know if you have any doubts, whether you are able to do it. Do you have any issues? Let me know. I'll be happy to help you. All right, so that brings us to the end of pipes concept and some of the hands-on experience we did. That was really nice. It was fun. In the next episode, I'm starting very important feature on Angular, which is routing. I'm going to bring around 10, 12 episodes on routing, which wherein I'll cover all the details about it. So stay tuned for it. Give a thumbs up to this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep supporting and encouraging me. Thank you so much. We'll start the next thing, which is routing in Angular in the next episode. Stay tuned. Thank you.